Yeah.
All right, well, let's get this thing going. 3 receivers, 2 flex spots, single QB draft. We are getting this thing rocking. All right, draft is started. Marvel have a breakout year. I truly believe this, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it that I said that now. And I said it kind of early in the offseason when his ADP was outside of the top 20 receivers still. Yeah. And then best ball started happening and he climbed up to like the top 15. And now I hear every single analyst say it. And normally, if I hear every single analyst say it, that means I'm wrong.
Fade the streets.
So I'm kind of concerned. I'm still taking Marv, and I still think he has the same upside that I talked about. It's just I'm going to be paying a little bit more attention to like preseason and what the offense looks like. Like what are they doing with the offense during these preseason games? Not even how does Marv do? It's just what does the offense look like during the preseason? I'll be paying very close attention to that.
Absolutely.
First round here, usual suspects. Who you trying to get here at 7, man, outside of the top 6? Because the top 6 are going to go.
Right here, being that they got 7 seconds, I could probably say they're going to panic pick. They probably going to go Gibbs, but I want Puka or Neighbors here. See, this is exactly what I want. I want Puka or Neighbors here, and I'm going to go Neighbors.
Well, shit, I'll let Gibbs fall to me, bro. I'm not taking Puka that high, bro. You know what? We got to talk about that real quick. I'm going to go Brian Thomas here, B-Time. BTJ. Somebody said that.
Believe in Trevor Mid-Lawrence. You don't even care, bro. You proud of it, man. Yeah, say it with your chest.
I do. Hey, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be elite this year. So, but I've been saying that for years. So I got to scale back.
You on Puka, man. That is such. But on Puka.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. His ADP has plummeted since the offseason surgery news. Yeah, but it's also like I think everybody's kind of expecting like a slide in this offense, bro. Like, are you kind of moving him down your board as well? Are you keeping him in the same spot? Like, talk to me, because he was going as a top 7 pick almost unanimously to start the drafts.
So the thing with Amon-Ra, like, he's been a top 5 wide receiver 2 out of the 3 years with Ben Johnson. And the 1 year he didn't, he finished as wide receiver 11. This is still top 10 territory with the wide receiver that's going in the mid to back end of the first round, where he is literally the function of the offense. He is Jared Goff's most reliable wide receiver. Now, he's a guy. Hold up. I'm on the clock.
You on the clock. You good.
Okay, we good right here. I wanted London so bad. We talked about Reek. We already, he's top 5, bro.
Yeah. I ain't mad at that.
He's a function of this offense, and I keep pounding the table about this, where even if Jared Goff regresses somewhat of last season, Amon-Ra is still going to have volume. Volume is king with talented players, being that he had a freaking 80% catch rate last year on that amount of volume. He led all wide receivers, by the way. It's one of those things where you have to believe in the volume, you have to believe in the talent, regardless who's calling the plays. And I think Amon-Ra, out of any of the pass catchers or any of the Lions players that you want to draft, he's the safest. So I'm not moving him that far down on the block.
He's been going outside of like the top. I would say he's dropped to like second round, at least an underdog. When that's not I don't think that's going to happen in redraft. I think the redraft guys will get him.
No, it might. He's not a household name, believe it or not. He's not in the CD lane.
But he's been 1,500 yards pretty much outside of last year. He's been 1,500 yards pretty much every year, and it feels like 10 plus touchdowns is on deck too. I feel like this year it seems like they're talking up J-Mo a lot. You got Ben Johnson gone now. Jahmyr Gibbs, tore it up in the second half of last year. It's just the Lions offense doesn't necessarily need to lean on him as much as they did in the past. So I'm kind of concerned about him. Even my offseason rankings, I had Brian Thomas over him and Malik Neighbors over him. And so St. Brown is right there. I kind of feel like that's a spot for him, is right after those two, because they have a little bit higher upside.
No, I definitely agree because that off-season surgery and him podding twice a week is more of those things like, oh, bro, you ain't tapped in for real.
Yeah, podcasting. When they start podcasting, the level of play seems
when they start chatting twice a week. Come on, brother.
Kelsey, Michael Parsons, injury starts stacking. Podcast Pete is a stack only for quarterback, receiver. It doesn't include running back too. It includes running back as well. So if you go quarterback, running back, or running back, wide receiver, that is a stack. Any offense, pretty much that stack together is a stack, I would say.
Facts.
We talked about Ashton Jeanty, right?
Yeah, we touched on him a little bit. Like, and here's the thing: his price right here, acceptable. He ain't going in the first like I've seen him. Like he's the 4th running back off the board, essentially. But he's not in the first round. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I was talking with Chris Allen yesterday. Yeah, he came on the show and he likes Ashton Jeanty.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah, he's dope, bro. And I was talking to him about Ashton Jeanty, and I'm like, the only thing I see is like if everybody's kind of taking Brock Bowers early, the Raiders offense, unless there's this big jump in productivity out of this Raiders offense, like how much are we really expecting? And the touchdowns, I have a concern. Like, is he going to get 8 to 10 touchdowns, or is he going to be over 1,000 yards? Like his goal is 1,500 yards, but like he kind of at his ADP going in the first round of a lot of drafts, he kind of needs to hit like 1,300, 1,500 yards to be up there with Gibbs and Barkley and Derrick Henry, who had 1,900 yards last year. Just some of these guys that have immense upside. It's like he has to have way more yardage or be significantly more involved in the passing game than we're thinking of. And I know people hate this and are probably going to be like, Jayhan, you don't know what you're talking about. But they brought over Raheem Mostert. And it's like Chip Kelly, Pete Carroll, they will run 2 backs. It's not like they will just only run 1 back. So that's where I'm a little bit.
That's definitely in Pete Carroll's wheelhouse. But I would say a personal opinion of Jeanty, of what he can be. He's a 300 touch type of running back. I don't think he's a Chris Carson, what we've seen in the past of them trying to run that 1-2 punch with Seattle. Like, I do think he's in that tier of a Marshawn Lynch that you could just hand the rock off and let him go. Like, I think Raheem Mostert's definitely there to play a part, to have a role. I don't think it will be as noticeable as some folks may think it's be, that they do run that 1-2 punch. But Jeanty, like you said, he gotta have like a Derrick Henry type of workload to be justified to be going where he is in the first round of some of these drafts.
And like Marshawn, if we being real, like Marshawn is always been good, right? But he's like a 1,200, 1,300 yard back. Honestly, like
no
I know
catches.
we and he did, like 30 catches. He just wasn't a guy that was getting like 1,500 plus when he was in Seattle. So I think it's easy to be like, if he's the next beast mode, and that's fine. You can be a great all pro type running back, but like, I think sometimes it's also what was that all pro running back? And I know maybe he's a better prospect than Lynch, but I don't know, bro. I just think that he's going very high. And I think the other running backs that go, like, give me Jonathan Taylor way after him.
You remember the years where everybody was pushing up Miles Sanders at that 110 through the 112 spot. I know you remember those years CEH was getting hyped up to that 110 to 112 spot. This might be Jeanty. Like, I hate to say it, but like that's how it feels. And like we do this all the time with wide receivers we spoke about. Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison. Like, we repeatedly do these things, and then it's like we don't identify the red flags. And again, I'm on board with you, bro. Like, I see the hesitation in Jeanty. I'm not taking him off the board. And like, if it ain't Bijan, I'm not taking him running back in the first round. Yeah. That's just flat out in stone for me.
And even remember Bijan, same thing happened with him. I think he was RB10 on the year, and he was going as a top 3 running back that year.
And with the, I'm telling you, folks got to stop playing with the fantasy streets boogeyman, bro. That is Arthur Smith work right there, bro. That's him getting Tyler Algier all these touches on the goal line for what? Like, I know Cuz just ran for 1,000 yards, the most since Devontae Freeman. Like, Tyler Algier is a guy, like, he could be the dude, but this is Bijan. This is a freak athlete. This is a tier where we could talk about him with Saquon.
I'm just glad they figured that shit out, because it was looking bad. I'm like, well, even last year, the start of the year, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why y'all draft him then? Like,
what are y'all doing? But nah, that's Zach Robinson on the sticks over there. He fall very close to that Sean McVay tree, so he knows and understands the agenda. Get the ball in Bijan's hand.
Facts. What is the lineup requirements for this? This is a 3 receiver, 2 flex lineup. If you want to do a different mock draft after this, I'll have time for one more. Just make sure you throw what you want in the chat. It'll probably be a 10-second speed draft, though. We're going to do a speed draft after this one. Jayhan, just tune in. We're doing another. Yeah, so we'll do another. It'll be a speed draft, though. It ain't going to be the full 30 seconds. It'll be a 10-second clock. Jayhan, I see Rice climbing up boards. Now I did a mock with randoms, and someone took him at the turn. I'm not mad at him going at the 2-3 turn. That's about where he's going in underdog right now. And I think the expectation is, like, if you don't take him there, he has the upside to be a top 5 guy. It's just, what does he look like coming off of the injury? And is this receiver room a little bit too stacked for him to get the production that we're looking for? That's the only concern I have with him. I have him inside my top 15 receivers. I'm struggling to put him inside my top 10. That's where I'm at. So, and I don't mind if he goes there, but that's where I'm at.
If you are interested in him, you have to watch his entire offseason closely. And I say that because, again, these guys that come back from injury, check the social medias, check the beat writers. Like, how is he looking? Not how he's feeling. How does he look? Because how they feeling, they will lie to you straight to your face. How do these players look? Preseason is going to be very, very important. If he not playing, I'm going to feel some type of way, because we need to see something. And folks like us are taking a gamble on him. His ADP is going to climb come closer to August. And that's the sad part. But we know the potential because that boy was on fire those first 3-4 weeks. Like, he was on, like, what? Bro, this is top 5 potential here.
It is top 5 potential. It's just, to me, it screams like, okay, if you're feeling good, looking good on tape, the tape looks good, you're probably in a very similar role. But I think this offense changes this year, right? Like, obviously, they were missing the explosive plays last year. I think we get more explosive plays. Xavier Worthy came into his own towards the end of the year last year, so I think he'll have a bigger role. Hollywood Brown wasn't even on the field. I know you don't like Hollywood Brown. I'm not a big Hollywood Brown guy either, but he wasn't on the field, and I think he's at least a guy, so to speak. And, oh, yeah, let's get Mahomes while I'm here, while we're talking about him. He's at least a guy. So I think that with this offense, Pacheco is back. He was out for a majority of the year. Travis Kelce wasn't himself for a majority of the year. Like, if this offense is explosive, like I think they're going to try to make it a little bit more explosive this year, then that means Rashee Rice may not have the same upside that we're thinking he did because they needed him a lot early last year. They leaned on him a lot.
That is true. That is a perspective that isn't accounted for a lot for where his ADP is at right now. But
I might have to drop that as a post, bro. I might have to drop that one.
You might have to because, again, not a lot of folks are looking at it like that. But my stance is, though, because I'm not a huge Hollywood Brown believer. Even if Hollywood Brown was out there, I don't think he would even fit the orbit of what Rashee Rice is able to do talent-wise. That's my only pushback on that.
Yeah, it's just they said the receiver room was the same as last year. It just wasn't healthy last year, and I think it wasn't where it is this year. Kelce obviously was not the same Kelce. They said he came into camp about 15 pounds down. You got, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, you got Hollywood Brown, who was hurt. I kind of went over already, and then they drafted I always forget his name. They drafted receiver, another speed guy this year in the draft. What's his name? Chiefs receiver.
Jesus, what?
Why can't I think of his name right now? It's going to piss me off when you say it too. Chiefs got another speed guy, high-end speed guy. They were looking at Isaiah Bond, and then when stuff went wrong with him,
Jalen Royal.
Jalen Royal, yes. So I think
he's low-key like a Juju. Like, he could be a Rice, like, in that role. Like, I feel like the room is very crowded, but what will stand out come August is talent, and like how guys are looking on tape. Like, I think the function of this offense is hard to pinpoint, but there's a lot of upside on this offense because you got Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback.
Yeah, I have him in that like T. Higgins range of like upside receivers, but like not necessarily the wide receiver one type of upside.
Yeah.
Are you worried about Mixon's injury right now? I'm not concerned about that until we see him missing training camp. Most injuries I'm not worried about until we get to like midpoint of preseason.
Bro, they got 5 weeks between OTAs and training camp. This is where contracts and rehabs and all that stuff get situated. Like, if
there's no point in him being on the field right now. No. We will get another mock, Sonny G. It'll be a fast one though. You like JSN or McConkey more at the value? And I want to talk about that Jauan Jennings pick in just a second. But you like McConkey or JSN more at their value? Who do you like more at their value? I think we've had this question a couple times now.
Yeah.
They like the same to me, bro.
Yeah, because I feel a certain way about Ladd. And I don't agree with, like, again, he's getting pulled up. And I fear once we get closer to the folks that's coming outside, for redraft in August, that his ADP might get ridiculous, bro. Like, we might be seeing him going on the early turn of the second round, like how folks are seeing. Like, I think Ladd probably hit his ceiling, like, this is what we're going to get. Those touchdowns everybody keep leading their argument with, you can't depend on touchdowns. Like, you can't sit there and like try to predict that the touchdown volume is going to be there for him because, again, nobody knows that. But more so, I'm looking at situational targets for Ladd. Like, that's really what it was. Like, Quentin Johnson, failed project. Will Dissly was your third target. come on, bro. What's the
Johnson wasn't that bad last year. From an efficiency standpoint, a separation standpoint, I get the advanced stuff.
Separation
but from a
rate.
Oh, here's game. He wasn't that bad last year.
Coverage. Blown coverage gets added to that target separation rate, brother.
Yeah, I get it.
I just don't feel as though like he has the same upside ceiling as JSN. Like we could be talking about JSN as a top 12, top 10 wide receiver.
I don't got him that high, but it wouldn't shock me if he got there. Like you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of player I think JSN is.
And Sam Darnold. Like I think Sam Darnold's better than Geno Smith. Like straight up, I could tell you that offhand. Like I think that's a better fit, for JSN to hit those ceilings.
Yeah, I got JSN over McConkey, and they're like, I think I have him like 19 and 20 in my ranking. So you tell me which one you like more. It doesn't really bother me at all. Saquon was that guy last year. Will he repeat? Interesting question here. Because I have long been a big Saquon advocate. No matter what, right? Like I'm Saquon no matter what. At the one spot, I don't like taking him because I just think Bijan has a little bit more upside. That's really the main reason why. So will he repeat? He could. Is it likely? He was clean last year. And for running backs, especially older running backs, even if it's not season-ending injuries, typically back-to-back clean years, none missed games, that's a concern to me. Saquon, maybe at the second or third running back, but
here, I got a stat for you real quick. I just had to feed Kyle Brandt this morning on Good Morning Football. Now, running backs, there's obviously there's.
For those who don't know, hold on. For those who don't know, Quan is part of Good Morning Football. Y'all show him some love. Big time over here. We got big time over here.
Stop that, bro. Stop. So I had to feed him this stat. There's obviously 9 running backs have run for 2K in a single season, right? Now, he wanted to know the running backs, how did they look the following season? Now, obviously, Saquon, 2,000 yards. We both agree there's going to be regression in some area. Barry Sanders, after running for 2,000 yards, the following season, he ran for 1,491 yards. That is still great production. That's the type of season that I think Saquon's going to have. And again, that's not terrible. That's not like anything to say like, oh, Saquon's going to suck. No, it's just that it's going to take a step back. Touchdowns, that tush push might get used and abused. So we are relying on the targets and receptions out of Saquon. We know how explosive he could be. He could hit a 70-yarder at any point in the field. That's just what it is, Like
another thing with Saquon versus like Bijan. Bijan obviously got the green light last year. Like they said, okay, it's time to unleash Bijan towards the end of the year with Michael Penix. We're going to see that again. But with Saquon, there's something we're not really talking about, and the fact that this team did have a very long season last year. They got to the Super Bowl. Guess what Saquon's trying to do? I guarantee it. Probably trying to win another Super Bowl and keep his body right for this year. So what did the Eagles do? They already drafted Will Shipley last year, who's probably going to get extended run, and you go get another body in A.J. Dillon, a guy who's been a proven backup in the past. So it's not – I don't think this team is going to be like, hey, we absolutely got to lean on Saquon again this year. You got A.J. Brown for a reason. You got Devontae Smith for a reason. You got Dallas Goedert for a reason. You go and you sign these other running backs. Like, I just think that this offense – I love Saquon to death, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does RB1 it. That's fine. If he goes and RB1s it, I'm just not going to take him at that spot, unfortunately. That's where it's at for me. I'm like, I love Saquon to death. It's just I don't want to take him at the number 1 running back spot.
Absolutely not, man. I can't agree with you even more because again, I'm not doing it. If it ain't Bijan, I'm not doing it. It just don't feel right. It just don't feel right.
Meant to ask you this real quick. It's your turn though. It's your turn. I want to ask you this real quick about Jauan Jennings. So when you're done with your turn, go ahead and make a pick. And then
I'm done. I got my guy.
You already knew who it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Jauan Jennings right now is interesting because there's a lot of people who believe in him. And then there's also most ADPs who have him down in the wide receiver 40 range, right? So he's at a really good cost, had almost 1,000 yards last year, should have had 1,000 yards before he got kicked out of the last game last year. But he's a player that's interesting to me because you get a lot of different things with him. He's going to break out. He should be going much higher than he is, or you get the people, maybe I would say I'm on this side of it, the people like me who are saying, okay, well, Christian McCaffrey's back now. Brandon Ayuk's going to be back at some point of the year. The team wants to use Ricky Pearsall more. Which side of the fence are you on when it comes to Jauan Jennings? Did you just like the value or are you a believer?
I'm a believer and I like the value. Now, last season we saw Brandon Ayuk start off kind of slow. Now, Brock had to build this chemistry with Jennings, who was, again, he had the same amount of catches as Ayuk. He had the same amount of production in terms of like targets and volume, but he had more yards. There's more explosiveness to him, to where I feel like with Debo out of the way, there has to be a factor there for you have to design manufacture these touches for Jauan to be the type of like Rashad Bateman type of this offense. Like there's going to be long balls. There's going to be short to the line of scrimmage. Like he could do a little bit of everything, but just with Debo out of the way, you take away that explosive factor. Ricky Pearsall, we don't have enough of him to be a guy. We have his college tapes, that one-handed, pretty Ricky, smooth operator with the route running. Great. He's a Kyle Shanahan guys, but we have not seen enough to prove that he is worth taking off the board at the value that I'm getting Jauan Jennings, who had 113 targets, ladies and gentlemen. The volume is there for him to compete with George Kittle to be a valuable function of this offense.
I hear you. And the thing with Jauan Jennings that I guess as you make your next pick, the thing that I'm probably most concerned about when it comes to Jauan Jennings is like the other pieces are back. This offense is back. And yes, he was reliable, like especially on third downs. He's been that guy, but typically Brandon Ayuk's that guy. So Brandon Ayuk comes back week 4, week 5, week 6. I think it just lowers what Jauan Jennings can do. And partially, I think we're only talking about Jauan Jennings maybe he's going at a good spot. But like above, Jerry Jeudy or above Brandon Ayuk, the reason why we're talking about that is because he had 2 big games. He really had 2 games that kind of like elevated his fantasy finish. So I hear you. And yes, I think that the offense needs him. But as a Niner fan, it's like I kind of know, okay, my gut says that Pearsall's probably going to get more involved, Debo-ish type role. And Brandon Ayuk, once he comes back, is a top 15 receiver in the league at minimum.
I hope. Because that boy was he was looking cooked those first couple of games, brother.
Yeah, you're right about that, though. Right.
He was looking cooked because he was off on the sidelines. That holdout played against him. And again, he's come back from injury now, and we don't even know expected timetable when he's coming back. So I'll enjoy the value for, again, this is what roster build is for. Like, what is he, my wide receiver 4?
4, yeah.
Bro, I could stick him in any bye week and let him cook because, again, I'm getting a guy who at least has competition to be a top 2, top 3 target share of a freaking Kyle Shanahan offense. Like, He's a birthday twin here, bro. I know what y'all got going over there. Y'all the ops, but keep your enemies closer, bro. I know what's going on.
Dunze drafted over DJ Moore. Is that crazy? Yeah,
yes.
I really like Rome Odunze this year. But it's like you got to show you too. The only way it wouldn't be crazy is if training camp comes and we're just like, oh shit, we thought we had the number 1 as DJ Moore, and we see something different. Then it's time to change the rankings. But for now, I think it's a little premature to take Odunze over DJ Moore. I'm not mad at it. I just think it's a little premature.
Yeah. Well, something will have to warrant that. Like literally, like a beat writer has to be like, "Oh my God, Rome Odunze has been said to be like." It would literally have to be that level. Like I'm not too sure we get that.
Pacheco is a great value in 6. He was playing hurt till the end of the year. Are we really expecting Hunt or Smith to take the TD work away? No, I think I've been off of Isaiah Pacheco going as like a top 12. He kind of, Isaiah Pacheco was for me is like Bucky Irving, like kind of like up there where like I don't really believe in the player. But I think at value, I would take him. And Pacheco, I mean, you're getting a very strong RB2, in my opinion, outside of the top 25 running backs.
With Matt Nagy on the sticks, man, like he going to throw the ball to his running back. So you do get some presence of PPR upside. But you already know I'm rolling my dog from Rashad Smith to be making some noise this camp. So we'll see what happens there.
Yes, we will, man. I'm going to start reaching on some guys that I'm kind of.
Ooh, what you know about Tennessee, Mr. Jalen Wright? Okay.
Jalen Wright. I like Jalen Wright, man. I think that, obviously the one thing I haven't talked at all about, though, about Devon Achane, because I really like Devon Achane. I feel like there's a role for another back on this team. It's who is the other back? Now, I have not even really thought about this, and I didn't really think about it until I saw his name on a Dynasty free agent waiver wire. I was like, they signed Alexander Madison. What if he's the backup? And I know I do not like Alexander Madison. I've been fade Alexander Madison to the moon. But what if he's not bad as a backup?
What if it's Ollie Gordon? That's a name that ain't been floating in the fantasy streets either. And again, 2023, Ollie Gordon was projected to be the number one prospect outside, but 2024 happened, obviously off-field issues and confidence in a different design of that offense. He's a sneaky, like, watch list guy, a waiver wire ad that might pop up week 6, week 7 if he start getting some burn. But again, this is all going to have to go down to training camp to see what's going on, because you're right. There is a room for a second running back, because initially when Devon Achane was drafted, it was the Mostert and Achane show. There's always going to be that type of role for that backfield to where there's going to be another guy that can eat. We're all hoping that it's freaking right, because at the end of the day, I look at it as like, if Jalen Wright get loose, I got a lot of shares of that boy.
Me too, man. It's weird though, because if it was Madison, I don't think he's great, but like he's been productive at times in the past. So I'm like,
when he was wearing that gold and purple, that Raider
for the Vikings,
disgusting. Yeah. For the Vikings, that Raiders run was disgusting. It was him and that old line and Zamir White and what's cousin's name? Sincere
McCormick.
Yes, I had to look up and see if that was a real person. I'm like, yo, who is this dude?
Something about it, I can't live with myself. Lad is my wide receiver one. Hell no, I can't do Lad as my number.
Wildin'.
Can't do Lad as my one. He's a part of Good Morning Football. I used to always watch the show before high school. Nate Burleson was great. Is he still on the show?
Yeah, nah, Nate, he elsewhere, man. He getting to the big bag.
Hey, man. Oh no, he's doing like Good Morning America, isn't he?
He's doing Good Morning America, CBS Sports. He on Nickelodeon. That boy is trailblazing for folks like us.
Went from wide receiver 2 to live in prime time, man.
To talent 1.
Yeah. He didn't need to be straight hand Hall of Famer. He was like, shit, I'm just good at this sideline shit, man.
Yeah, man. He getting to that moolah, bro. Like he's on a different level right now. And I look up to folks like that, man. That could be us. It could definitely be us, man. He's setting the blueprint. So
I don't know, man. I might be here in my hat and t-shirt doing my own thing, bro. I don't know if they're gonna let me in on those big boy channels.
Bro, yes, they is. Stop playing. Man, if they let me from Jersey, man, man, what? Trenton, New Jersey. That's my hometown. That's my love. I'm from the town, and I love it there. If they let folks like me that talk like me, that walk like me, that act like me, that look like me, bro, the door's open for all of us, man.
That's what's up. How long you been out here in Cali?
3 years now, man. 3 years, and I ain't going back. I love home. I ain't going back. The West Coast is the best coast.
He said, they not like us. They not like us. Bro, full LA.
Oh man, look, if Jersey in the chat, bro, I'm sorry, 609. I love you, brother, but god damn, I ain't going back. I am here to stay.
Oh, bro, that got me weak. All right, last pick for you, boy. Let me see what I'm gonna do here. Ooh, I like Cam Moore Penix. I like getting another quarterback, but I'm definitely not grabbing one. We're gonna get Kyle Pitts here just because you was talking shit earlier. Kyle Pitts just for the upside,
bro. If again, I was praying for a trade this year. He needs a fresh start. Like I was hoping he was going to go to the Chargers. Like I was hoping he was just about to be shipped off. But all right, let's run it back. Let's see, man. I mean,
I'm hoping for better
optimistic.
Things. He's only 24 still. Like he's still super young, bro. And it's a contract year. Like I don't know. A couple questions I got here in the chat. How excited are you for the season, Big J-Hen? Which part specifically? I'm excited for the season, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't know which parts are excited, but I'm excited overall in general. And I think this season is going to be full of a lot of talent fantasy-wise. Like, this is about to be a very fun fantasy year. And I think if guys can stay healthy this year, there's going to be some very high scores, very high outputs this year in fantasy.
The quarterback's got to stay healthy this year.
Yeah, a lot of talent in the league right now.
Facts.
Jay, would you rather have Kamara, BTJ, Tet, or Bucky, Lad? I'm assuming that's redraft, one flex, one quarterback in a 10-man league. That's Brian Thomas, Tet, Kamara all day, every day, twice on Sundays, bro.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah. No.
And if purely just for the upside floor combo you have in BTJ and Kamara, and then you get more upside with Tet versus like Lad and Bucky, you're drafting them kind of at ceiling cost right now.
Ceiling cost, yeah.
When you release the rankings this season? Probably very soon. Very soon. My goal is by the end of the month.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Now, the goal, honestly, the goal would be like the 20th. But you didn't hear that from me.
Look, that's gonna be in the midst of training camp, boy. That's where I'm trying to hit.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good spot to drop it. Everybody's looking for stuff, for information.
Everybody dropping on 4th of July. I'm like, chill out. Too early, brother.
Like,
chill out.
They trying to sell the draft guys. I ain't mad at it though.
What? You gonna be editing like a mug first 2 weeks of training camp. You're gonna be editing.
Bro, even last year, like I dropped mine on the 31st of July, and it was like I had to update this week. Can you give me the updated rankings? It's a lot to update, man.
And ask me how I know, because last year was the first year that I actually wanted to drop some rankings to the public for the free to go out there just to see where my mind at, and I dropped it a little too early to where like, hold on, let me get that back. Don't worry about that. That's
make sure to go get Laquan's rankings as well, man. When
he man. Check me on Blue Sky, man. I've been doing some exclusive stuff over there where I've been dropping little hints and stuff on Blue Sky. So Laquan Jones at Blue Sky, if you on there, man. I'm trying to build another platform over there to catch another audience. I got some vibes over there though, man. It's kind of cool over there.
Really, I'm not on there yet, so
yeah, bro. I got to like 2,000 followers quick. Because people looking for something new, people are looking to engage, and Twitter could be toxic, bro. We already talked about that. Like it could be a little weird over there. So Blue Sky, I'm finding my ground, and some cool folks over there that you could just mingle and talk to about fantasy football.
All right, I might do make my way on over there.
Then. Oh, you ain't on it? I thought you was on it.
Bro, I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. I feel like anything else is like you got a little bit extra out of me. If you see a tweet from me, you got some extra love.
The only time I jump on Blue Sky is like if I'm at the airport or like I'm just chilling, relaxing. Like I'm trying to have a normal gauge of like where people at in fantasy. Like you ain't gonna have to deal with the people that's on there with that rah-rah. Like it's really cool. Like my experience so far now.